Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we mail it in for New Year's Eve. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Demetri Kane, Andrea Holak, and Wes Harden.
Hey gang, what's up?
Howdy.
Hello.
Hi.
This is it for 2022. It just amazes me. And I cannot believe that another year has come and gone. Crazy stuff. So it has been a very eventful year. And what do you guys think is the biggest story in bourbon for 2022? As we wrap this one up, what do you think is the big story? I'll go first. I feel like in St. Louis, Missouri, the biggest story in bourbon happened. Someone opened up a single barrel only shop there. It was an amazing thing. How can you change the industry? Come up with something new. Who would think that someone can come up with a new concept in St. Louis of all places? You know, this isn't Kentucky. Darn it, they did this in St. Louis. It's crazy, and that is really cool. So I believe the store is called the ABV Barrel Shop. But probably check it out. Learn more at abvbarrelshop.com. Stop by there if you're in St. Louis, and tell the ownership great and thank you for bringing something new to a very old industry. So
stop in every day because they hide bottles there every once in
a while. Yeah, exactly. So yes, that's a good one for sure.
I'd say that the biggest bourbon event was probably, biggest press one that I saw anyways, all over social media was Jackie leaving Old Forester.
Forester. Yeah.
Which, that was probably, obviously there was other ones like, Jane Bowie and Denny Potter and things like that. Or was it Denny Potter? I say, but people like leaving was a big deal this year. But I think the biggest press one that I saw was Jackie leaving Old Forester, helping start Hidden Barn.
This is in my mind, it's two different stories because there's time. It wasn't I'm leaving this and I'm starting this. It was goodbye, I'm leaving. That was a story, and then there was a couple weeks, and there was, and for you behind the scenes, you know all this is going on. The rest of the world doesn't necessarily know that. So for them, it's two completely different stories. What was the bigger story? Goodbye, I'm leaving Old Forester, or hello, I've started Hidden Barn with this group of individuals?
I think it was a hello.
I think it might have been too.
I think the hello was
people leave their jobs. That sort of was big. That was big, but this breaking and doing your own thing, not, I would have thought if she's going to turn up in the industry, it's going to be, now I work for Beam or now I work for Heaven Hill. No, I'm kind of doing my own thing. I think that's a bigger story, actually.
Like that was just watching it on the internet all day long when it first came out was kind of crazy with how many different posts I just saw about it.
Right.
All over the fucking place.
Yeah. Anything else that could be in the mix for the biggest bourbon story?
I think an underrated story, but a very important story, is how was the release from Jim Beam of Hardin's Creek line.
Of course it was.
For me to allow them to use my name on a bourbon without charging any royalties or any
Right.
fees.
Crazy.
That was big of you.
And
Gracious of you.
I mean, to be honest with you, not many people get a bourbon named after them, and like it doesn't happen every day. So
Right.
They don't.
I may be biased a little bit, but I'm going to go with Hardin's Creek.
Hardin's Creek is the biggest news story.
Yes.
Of the year. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I like your rationale, your thought process. Yeah.
I thought the with Lisa Wicker
Uh-huh.
leaving Widow Jane.
Well, leaving Widow Jane. Yeah.
I thought that was kind of a crazy. I just had assumed that was kind of her baby.
Yeah,
Right.
does she have a bourbon named after her?
Yeah.
No.
Does she have a bourbon named after her? No.
No, by the biggest distillery in the
I
world.
didn't think so. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
I like Lisa, but she does not have a bourbon named after her.
This is
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
Letting you know.
Lisa's also got the two-parter in that then this week we hear
Yep.
that now she's going to be running the Old Town Branch, which I think is a very good move for Town Branch. I think they need some help.
Absolutely.
And
they do.
I don't. I mean, I feel like she did that with Widow Jane, certainly. I mean, they were down.
Yep.
They were down, and she came in and stabilized it and has added credibility to it. And I think she can do it with Town Branch. I think the bones are there. That's a beautiful distillery if you go to it.
Yeah, it is.
And,
The distillery's nice. It's like they need a total
Yeah.
overhaul in their
Oh,
bottle design,
branding, the
marketing,
branding
the
look
labels,
is
the
bad.
branding.
Yeah.
It's all it all screams. It all screams like
Help me.
cheap. Yeah,
Someone,
like
someone
like,
hire
it's
Lisa
just-
Wicker.
Yeah, it's like you can go way over the top on your branding and bottling and labeling, marketing, and like be so over the top that that the message is it's all branding and no substance. But you can also go the opposite way and be so pathetic at it that like people like those bottles just set on the shelves. Like
Right.
not many people. And it may be good, it may be not. I don't know. I've never been enticed to buy a bottle because it just literally screams
Right.
garbage to me. Like
Yeah.
so, I'm hoping she can.
I'm
bring
hoping.
some
I'm
style
hoping for
to
good
it.
things too. And,
Yeah.
and like I said, the distillery is fantastic looking. You drive up to it, it's nice. It's something to
Yep.
behold. So, yeah, hopefully she can do some good stuff, and she adds a lot of credibility. So, instantly she has my attention. We'll see what she does from there. All right, Andrea, what do you think? It's
Guys,
story.
those are big stories. I get it. But have you guys read this history book from
There you
Andrea
go.
Hollidays?
Yeah.
My God, earth shattering.
It is.
Like
it is.
that's
Yeah.
The
It is.
Jackie news was big stuff. I get it, but yeah, this
Bourbon
this
history.
history
Good
book. And
Yeah.
and do you know who did the forward on it?
Oh man, who?
Steve Akeley.
Oh man, This is
None
a big
other
deal.
than.
Never heard of the guy.
That is
Big deal. Big deal. That's a big deal.
That
No.
is big news.
Yeah.
That's big news. I would check it out.
Yeah, check it out. So there you go. There's the biggest stories of 2022, folks.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. How will the 2023 top all those? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So good stuff. On that note, it is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'll go first. And whatever I bring up, then you guys need to top it with something bigger. So I've got Old Rip 10 here. Old Rip 10.
Oh,
Oh,
All right, here we go. Solid, crisp, bassy.
that was good.
Could be
Very
enough.
good.
Could be really enough, I'm guessing. So we'll see. We'll see if it holds up. Next up is Demetri. What do you got, man?
Well, water because
Water?
I can't top that. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I thought he was just giving up.
I should. Well, in that case, I will use some Willet.
Okay.
So some Willet rye.
All right. No, not nothing. No pop at all there. So there's some noise, but yeah, definitely
That's
wasn't
great.
poppy. No,
That's what's
no.
great. You know, I heard that
All right.
there.
Andrea has won 3 for 3. Let's see if she can do 4 for 4. Bat the cycle here, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, so this is Ghost Hollow, which is from Quincy, Illinois, which is back in my neck of the woods. So it
Okay.
is their straight bourbon whiskey. So
Okay.
we'll give it a try.
Oh, jeez.
Good.
That's good. I think Andrea's going to go 4 for 4. I think she's got the lead. Not a lot going on here. The next two have been doing the sample thing, so we'll see what they got here. Wes, what do you got?
Well, we've already decided how generous I am, so I'm going to not participate. I'm going to drink a sample of this year's.
We've decided how
Parker's.
generous Wes is.
Yeah, I've given my name for a bourbon line, so I'm
Oh,
generous,
it's true.
so.
That's nice.
Yeah, we're going to go with this year's Parker's Heritage.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Miss Beka Sue, what do you got?
I'm giving Andrea the win by drinking another sample.
Okay. All right. There it is. Andrea, 4 for 4.
Wait.
A rarity.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll take it. Thanks, y'all.
Keep the eye contact with the cheers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
keep it. Keep that eye contact.
Now you know what's going to happen to her for the next 7 years. All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're mailing it in for New Year's. We don't know what we'll be talking about. I guess we'll figure that out after the break. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Hello, this is Matt Rainey, and you are listening to the Bourbon Daily. One day when I grow up, I'm going to grow a big boy beard, just like Colonel Steve.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're mailing it in for New Year's Eve.
Yes, we are. Is there anything you guys are looking forward to in 2023? You know, as we get ready to start this, New Year starts tomorrow. Anything that you're excited about for this year?
Key West.
Yeah, me too. That was going to be my answer. Key West is, yes. I couldn't
Very
be any
excited
more
for
excited about that. Yeah. We got a big crew going. We've got some whiskey awards we're doing this year. It's going to be just back and better than ever. So yeah, I'm excited about it. So a lot of cool
I'm
things.
also looking forward to our Finnish series release this coming year,
Yes. Yeah.
which has not been talked about at all yet because we've not talked to anyone about it yet.
Yes. I don't want to say anything about it. I know a bunch too. Not as maybe as much as Beka, but I know a lot. And but yes, I'll say nothing because I don't know what I'm supposed to say. So
I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say or what I can't say, but I'm not sure.
Nothing. My path is I say nothing.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we'll be
I don't know
having
what I'm
some,
cleared to say, so I'll just best off say nothing. So yes,
Yeah.
it's exciting. Let's say that you've
some
got
very
a
exciting
new
stuff
line
coming out
coming,
this
and
year.
it is exciting. So yeah, fair
Super
enough.
excited
I'm
about that.
looking forward to seeing. I think next year is going to be the. I think the beginning is already there, but I think next year is going to be the first year where we start getting um, some of the old school brands that used to be plentifully on the shelf at retail and not allocated or not part of a raffle or a special release. So I live in Louisville, and things like I'll say the word Blanton, but Blanton's, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, Rock Hill Farms, things like that. You couldn't find those things for the last 4 or 5 years, and towards the end of 22, you're starting to see those not only on the shelf, actually on the shelves. It's not part of special releases and so forth, but you're seeing them at although an increased MSRP, but they're at retail. And I think what we're starting to see is
They're getting caught
the
up.
the early part of the bourbon boom, new make lay down by the big groups, Heaven Hill, Jim Beam, Buffalo Trace, on and on. I think you're starting to see the fruits of that labor from 6, 7, 8 years ago. And what I hope that we're going to see, and what I'd like to see, is that some of those more traditional bottles go back on the shelf in a little more higher quantity at a retail price. We're never going to get to the highly allocated. That stuff's never going back on the shelf ever again, I don't think, no
Right.
matter what the economy looks like or whatever. But what we used to think were everyday drinkers, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, Blanton's, Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, all those things. I'm hoping
E.H. Taylor.
E.H. Taylor,
Elmer T. Lee.
even E.H. Taylor small batch of single barrel have been allocated over the last 2 or 3 years. So hopefully some of that stuff gets on the shelf. The other thing I'm looking forward to is it's another year gone by where a lot of the up and coming craft distilleries are getting an extra year on their aging, and that, there's a lot of people that live and breathe and die by the age statement. There's other people that open it up and try it regardless of age statement and decide for themselves. But the people that are age statement snobs, for lack of better terms, there's another year going by where Neely Family Distillery, Wilderness Trail, all these up and coming craft distilleries, New Ref, all these guys are coming in. They're going to start getting into that, depending on who it is, that 4-year, 5-year, 6-year, 7-year, 8-year. I mean, Wilderness Trail is going to be in the 9 and 10-year pretty soon. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what space they take on the shelf, and kind of what they do to the market. I think we're starting to see some of those heritage brands previously allocated come back on the market, because of the large amount they laid down 5, 6, 7 years ago. But I think part of it is the craft industry is taking some of the market share away. And so because they have, when that stuff wasn't available, or it was available at crazy prices, a lot of people said, screw you guys, we're going to go find something else. And they went into Wilderness Trail and all those guys. And now they're loyal brand people, Yellowstone. And I think we're going to start seeing a bit of a switch there, where some of the craft guys become bigger players, and they're going to kind of shed some of that craft word.
There's so many of them are now. I mean, how many are we seeing, craft, hitting 10 years?
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of them now that are 10 years, or releasing a 10-year product. I mean, that's pretty wild that, craft is kind of finally getting caught up, where there's certainly some respectability there based on the age of them. So they're coming into their own finally.
Yep. And then shameless plug, the other thing I'm looking forward to in 2023 is another awesome year of doing the Dusty Series virtual events. We've got some really cool stuff lined up for next year. And looking forward to continue doing those for the network. I enjoy going through the history of those, and all that.
Those are fun, for sure.
All that history is going to be the baseline for an eventual book of mine as well. So I'm doing some book research as well as doing a cool virtual event, and we're tasting stuff that they simply don't make anymore, and learning the history of it. So it's always a cool time.
All right, Demetrius, how about you, man? What do you think? What do you think is 2023? What are you looking forward to? Could be business related, could be not.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff in the works. For us, really launching. We just, you guys were the first we're the first shop to buy one of our single barrels.
Yes.
We only sold a few of those this year, and so that's something we're really excited about, just from a business perspective. Is we turned 7 in January. We've been on the market for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so, turning 7 after being on the market for 3 years, there's some really, we've got some big stuff that we're working on with you guys. I think that we've really, because this past year we launched our first whiskey brand, because it hit 5.5. And that was a huge milestone for us, because we knew that was going to be a big deal when we finally were able to launch it. And so being able to drop that at 5.5 years, and then the single barrels that are, hitting 7, it's kind of a fun, we're really looking forward to this next year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it really is exciting to see a lot of other small distilleries. Like we don't have we're Missouri pretty much. We're trying to get into more states, but seeing the other distilleries, I think there's a lot of paving the way, seeing what Neely's doing.
Right.
There's a lot of these craft distilleries that are really laying a beautiful groundwork, for anybody that's worth, willing to put in the work. So. It
seems like some partnerships that you and I got going on, though, are going to account for a lot of your stuff. I mean, this thing with the Maryland Heights Police Department is big, and I think could really lay some groundwork for some more stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, so that's exciting. I know they're out there talking about their bottles right now. So there's a flyer out and all kinds of cool stuff. I don't know if you saw that yet, but it's cool.
I did. We've been messaging back and forth in case I had any questions for them. We're going to probably have a label design out tomorrow to you.
Cool. All right. So, Andrea, how about you? What are you looking forward to in 2023?
So one of the things that I do often for my job is travel. And when I travel, I like to visit local distilleries. So I'm looking forward to exploring new places, finding new things that I like, and just, finding, new avenues, the resurgent that I had earlier was something I discovered in Pennsylvania when I was there, and just finding new crafts and new things that I like. So I'm looking forward to new travels, new adventures, new ways to learn more about bourbon, about history, and just really digging into it even more. So that's what I'm looking forward to in the bourbon world. On a personal world, I resolved to learn how to tap dance this year. I used to do.
All right, there we go.
I know, right? I learned how to do that when I was a kid, and it's one of those things where like you never learn or you never forget how to do it. So I'm going to reteach myself or take some classes, and do tap dancing. So
there's a dance studio right above the ABV Barrel Shop.
No.
Yes, there is. There's a dance studio above it.
Is there really?
It's so funny, yes, because you can hear them dancing and stuff like that. And get this. So we, as a joke, we tell Evan, you should go up there and talk to the owners and teach some of your, you do all these, you create all these dances, do it. I'll be damned if they don't want him to do it. I imagine the day when Evan's dancing upstairs with, we're going to have shit falling off the shelves in our store. We're gonna have to glue down bottles. It'll be like
earthquake insurance.
Yeah, exactly. Evan's gonna be up there dancing. I tell you what though, when that happens, I'm shutting down the store and I'm walking upstairs to look in the window and just watch that. I can't imagine Evan.
You certainly don't want to be there when a tap dancing class is happening.
If you send out a notice when he's doing that, I think you end up with a very large crowd.
I think so. Yeah. There'll be a group that wants to see Evan dancing. Yeah, the dancing thing. I mean, it's cool. It definitely brings a lot of people. We definitely get some of the fallout of that because the thing's like an hour long. So you go up there for the kids. I'm talking to. So the kids get dropped off for like an hour. It seems like many parents they don't have anything to do, so they were sit in their cars.
So they're just sitting there.
So now they come down and they drink at the barrel shop. Yes. So
no one's watching their kids dance anymore. They're just
they just come down and hang out with
downstairs.
us. Yeah. What creeps me out though is when they have like mother-daughter dance days, and you see the mother and daughter wearing the same costume and stuff going up there, and it feels like pageant mom stuff to me. I mean, I don't know about that. So, yeah. But,
See, I would need to stop in a couple hours and lubricate myself before I went upstairs to learn how to have dance.
So yes. So maybe this will work out good for you then. If you want to get back into dance and you're a little bit frightened, you come down and have a few drinks with us and then head up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Here's your instructor, Evan. Will be teaching tap dance. maybe he's a tap dancer too. So
I'm feeling traumatized already.
So yeah, good stuff. Well, there you go. We just wanted to check in on. We're still working. We're working on New Year's Eve. Most people aren't, but we are here working. We took a vacation earlier. I probably will have to take one in January too. We'll see if we can get enough shows in before we head out to Key West, and if not, we'll be on vacation again. We'll see. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Andrea, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Red Tumbleweed. And you can also find my book, which is the coolest thing to happen in 2022, on Amazon. It's Bourbon History, and you can search by Bourbon History or Andrea Holek.
Fair enough. Demetri, how about you? You're on mute.
You can find me at Demetri Kane on Instagram and Facebook. 2 E's, 1 I. So figure that out. Good luck. And or at Nobleton's on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, Wes.
You can find me on Instagram at bourbon_West. You can find me on Twitter at bourbonwest, one word.
All right, Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. We put previous shows, our blogs. We got Andrea's book stuff out there. Everything is at abvnetwork.com. And also check out abvbarrelshop.com. You can sign up for our newsletter or our text, and we keep you up to date what's going on at the Barrel Shop. And come by and see us. We're in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. We'd love for you to come by, sit at the tasting bar. Maybe you'll see Andrea heading up to one of her tap dance classes. So check us out, abvbarrelshop.com. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to say Happy New Year and thank you for listening to us for once again, another year. This has been going on for quite a long time now, and we appreciate it. So hopefully everyone is having a fantastic new year. But I'd also like to remind everyone to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. 2023. Happy New Year, everyone. Be safe. Have fun. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.